I hope you're all okay today. I'm just going to check that I've got my laptop. I should always check this, that I've got my laptop on quiet, but I have now. I have actually. So I hope you're all right. I'll keep saying good morning because I know there's the ads and I know that they take about 5 seconds. So good morning. Good morning and welcome to round 9, week 2 of Coffee and Card. The sun is shining out there. I don't know if you can see. Look at that blue sky. The sun is shining out there. I think I'm going to go for another bike ride today. But let's see. Let's not get too excited, Julie. So I'm going to turn the camera around. And pop it in here. Okay. I'm getting quite quick at doing that now. Let's see who's on. Oh, it's quite warm actually today in here. So, hi Sheila, hi Maria, hi Lisa. Lisa, oh gosh, you're off work this week. Brilliant. And hi Angela. I'm sure there's more people here. Hi Wendy. Do say hi if you want to. It's not compulsory for you to chat along. Hi Kath, but it's nice to know you're here. And it's even nicer if you do me one of them little thumbs ups, please. So, yes. Hi Paula, lovely to see you. So, we're going to do card number 2 and we are using the Handsomely Suited stamp set. And the dies, if you purchase the dies. What I'm going to do for these cards is I'm doing it as if I've not got the dies, so that it's fair to those who didn't buy the dies. But I will say at this point you would use your dies to cut that out. So today we're going to use the 2 long ties. Last week we did this card, for anyone who's catching up. Hi Lorraine, last week we did this card, quite a simple card. Today's card probably take a little bit longer. We used the bow tie. And thanks for sharing your makes online. Really love seeing those and sending them to me. Today we're going to use the ties, and we're using the A Happy Birthday to You, which I think is a fantastic stamp. Now don't forget, hi Margaret, hi Elaine, don't forget, you don't just have to use this stamp with this stamp set. If you were making a card with the flowers on, you could use this A Happy Birthday to You because it's a really nice one for fitting inside many of our punches and die cuts. So it's a really good one, that one. And it's nice, clear font, and it's lovely. So, let's crack on. So let me show you today's card. I showed you it last week and it is the YouTube picture. Hi Fiona, hi Ali. This is the card we're making today. I've got another variation that I made with it, just to show you. I did this one with like smoky slate behind and smoky slate tag, but I decided to make it pop a little bit more with the white. So we're going to do that today. And just to say, next week I'm starting round 10. So I'm going to be doing double trouble next week. Going to be doing this round at 10:30 as normal. And then when I finish this card, which will be around 11 o'clock, I'm going to stay on. Actually, no, I best create, I think I best create a new actual video for each one, and then you can look back on them. I think I best do that. So I'll probably do one at 10:30 and then one at 11 because we should be done. Okay, so you've got in your pack, we're using Misty Moonlight. Now if you have Misty Moonlight ink, feel free to use that as well as the navy. And when I advertised this class, I did say that if you had a grey ink pad, that would be good. It's not compulsory, but I am going to use my grey one today. But if you've just got the navy, then just use the navy. I also mentioned last week you could do heat embossing. Hi Ali, if you wanted to. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep it simple for those who are not doing that. So I try and do, oh actually, I've just seen, don't those colours there like that? look really nice just as a background like that on a card. Doesn't that look good? I think that looks ace. In fact, I'm going to do that on my Facebook Live this afternoon, which I've not advertised yet. Naughty Julie. So, just have a little drink. So. We're going to cut some paper today. And we are going to use the pinstripe paper today, the grey pinstripe. Now, let me try and find it. I've got a feeling, I've got a feeling that I've used all mine up from this packet that I had. And I might need to pinch some from another packet, and I'm right. I've just realised I think I used it on last week's Facebook Live. Rustle, and I found some more. So it's this one, and it's got this on the other side, okay? Obviously yours isn't as long as this. You would have had a 6x6 piece. So I'll cut mine to 6x6, so I've got like exactly the same as you guys. Yeah, so you will have this, yeah? And the first thing we're going to do, what I'm going to do, is grab my ruler and just refresh my memory, because I made these cards in December. Okay, so we're going to cut this piece at 9 centimetres. Okay, 9. And I think it's 13.3 off the top of my head. It is, by 13.3. Okay, and that's all we need to do with our trimmer today. Now I am going to explain to you why I do the 9 one first, and the reason is because then I do the 9 one rather than the long one, because I've still got a full piece left that's going to be the full length plus a little bit extra of a card base. Let me show you. You see? So I could put it on a card like that and have a like a die cut stitch shape or something there, and then I've covered, you know, the card. If I'd have cut the 13.3, yeah, first, and then cut it down, this would have been, you know, like that. It had been less, and it wouldn't have had the full length. So I know that might sound basic, but I like to give these little tips as why I do the things that I do, and then you can do them too. Oh, that sort of rhymed, didn't it? So I'm going to stick this pinstripe. Have I got another glue bogey? I'm going to pick. I think I need to get new glue because I think this is a bit stuck up. Let me find my. Where have I put my scissors? I got my scissors out before I started as well. I wouldn't mind. Oh well. Let's get a new glue. We'll open a new glue because I think that one's needs a bit of TLC. So anyway, whilst I do this, you can get caught up. So I'm going to stick that, and you should have a nice white border there, yeah. And we can actually stick that down to the front of the card. Now, if you don't know if you've noticed, I like having a wider border these days, you know, with more of the card base showing. Like, I'll just show you a comparison to last week's. bless you, Geraldine. Okay, so last week, this paper was 9.5 and the Poppy Parade behind was 10. So you can see what it's like with a narrower border. I actually like this wider border. Anyway, no problem, Ali. I like to share the tips. So that's that done. So let's do some stamping. We've got so we have a piece of card that's Misty Moonlight. We have a Smoky Slate, and we have a Seaside Spray. Now, just a little word of warning, Seaside Spray is going. If you love this card, if you love this colour, it's going out of the catalogue. And the retirement list goes live on the 24th of March. So, I'm just saying, if you like this, if you like Rococo Rose, Pretty Peacock, Purple Posy, Terracotta Tile, now is the time to stock up on the card if you have the ink pads and stuff, because they are leaving. I mean, every sort of 4 to 5 years Stampin' Up do now a colour refresh, and it's been about 3 years. Sometimes they bring colours back and they change things up, and I think if they brought a colour back, Seaside Spray would be one of them to bring back. So we have 2 ties. We have like this tie, which is not spotty. It's like, I don't even know it's not stripy anyway, the other one's stripy. So I'm going to use this one first, and I'm going to stamp on Night of Navy onto the Seaside Spray, and then I'm also going to stamp onto the Misty Moonlight. Now the Misty Moonlight is the one you can emboss if you want to, and I'm going to stamp with Night of Navy. Good girl, Wendy. So I'm just inking up, and it's probably easier to stamp these horizontally rather than vertically. The great thing about this is if you don't stamp it brilliant, you can actually use the emergency side. So if you weren't happy with your stamping, you know, we're not going to see through it. We can use the emergency side if you want to. There. Okay, so I think, oh, I actually like that one best. Right, so now I'm going to stamp Night of Navy onto my Misty Moonlight. And you see, look how it just still show up. Really nice. It's a little bit darker and it looks nice, doesn't it? And then I'm going to stamp, I'm going to just swap my stamps around. And I'm going to stamp a stripy one, and I'm going to do that in the grey. If you haven't used the navy, it will be fine. You will just find that this tie is a little bit longer than the ink pad, so you can either do it on an angle and do it that way, or if you're careful, you can take your pad. Oh, look what I've done it with navy. Oh, I've gone and inked it up with navy because I was trying to explain to you what to do. Silly Julie. Honestly, this morning I've been back in my house twice after looking up. Once because I forgot to put the slow cooker. We have a slow cooker curry every Tuesday. We call it Slow Cooker Tuesdays, and I put that in the morning, and we have a nice curry for tea. And so I got in my car, got my car out of the garage, and then realised that I'd not put tea on. So in I went again to put the slow cooker on, and then I don't know why I decided to. I've straightened my hair this morning, and because I washed it, and I got in the car and did the classic thing. Did I turn my straighteners off? So inside I went again to check, and I had turned them off. Why do we do that? So yeah, I've been a bit of a silly Billy today. Right, I'm going to cut these out before I stamp my greeting. Well, I would if I could see where I've now... Oh, my scissors are there. They're hiding under last week's card. So at this point, if you want to do your die cutting, you can die cut the ties out. But I'm gonna cut mine out with my scissors for those of you who only have the stamps. I'm just going to show you how I've cut them when I've done one. I mean, they're fairly easy to cut out, these. I mean, the best thing about the dies, I think, is doing the actual jackets and things like that with the collars, which I can't do on one of these classes because you can only do that if you've got the dies, and I'd have had to start cutting people's paper out and it would have got a little bit. So I'm planning on doing another men's class in a few weeks, and it's going to be a fancy fold. It's going to be fancy folds for the fellas, fancy fold class for guys, and we're going to use this set. So it's going to be an opportunity for those who didn't do coffee and card this time to maybe get this set and do some fancy folds with me. That might have been a little bit tricky for Tuesday mornings, but what I can do is a price for people who've already purchased it through the coffee and card. You see, I can do a special price. So I'm just leaving a little bit of space around the edge of the ties. Okie dokie, there I have my ties. That was fairly harmless. And now I'm going to take this punch. This is called the Timeless Label Punch. Now I have a feeling, I don't know why, let me show you it. It's this one. I've got a feeling, I don't know why, but this punch may be tight. I could be wrong. But I like this punch, and I particularly like it for men's cards too, because it's not too, it's got a bit of shape to it, but it's not too fancy. So we've got one shot. Well, we could always do emergency side, but I'm going to take my Night of Navy ink. I don't know if my new customer Janet is watching. I don't know if you're on Facebook, Janet. My new local legend, Janet. But I dropped her a little catalogue pack off with a few bits of papers, and not full packs, but a few bits of papers as a thank you, and the catalogues and a card on Friday. And I put a picture of it, Janet, on my Facebook page, and you got loads of comments from people saying welcome to the gang. I've gone a bit too, I did this last week, a bit too to the left on that, so, but that's all right. I'm all right with that. So welcome, Janet. You got a lot of people saying welcome to the gang. Okay, so just check your fingers for ink, because this Night of Navy is renowned for it. And now it's time to pad up. Now I'm going to use foam pads because I like a little bit of dimension on these. I'm going to use a big pad there. What a lovely day it is today. Let's see if one fits there. Oh, it does. So if you're taking part in my perennials class on Saturday, I sent the kits out in the post for that yesterday. I was very organised yesterday. And the ladies who are local, I will be in Farsley for collection on Friday. Now what I do now is I'm going to pop the middle one on first, yeah? And I'm going to eyeball that I'm happy with that, I'm happy with that. You know, if you want to, it's easier to work out the middle one. I could think, oh, 3.5 centimetres, oh, about the same. So I'm going to look where that comes there and do this one first, because it's easier to work from the middle out than start left and then realise you've got it too bunched up at one side or something. I will say I have 2 of these. I've got one at home and one here, and I use my ruler every single time I'm crafting. It's raining. Oh, it's beautiful here. I think it's going to be about 12 degrees today. So, and it had full suns on the thing for this afternoon. So I'm oh, I think I've moved my camera. So I'm definitely if I get stuff done, hang on, my cameras. If I get stuff done that I need to get done, then I'm definitely going out again on my bike. I'm on a fitness thing now, trying to shed a bit of timber after the lockdown gains. Oh, hi, Carol. Okay. Don't think I've got them quite spaced out right, but you know, it's a handmade card. Right, and now what we do, this is just going to be glued down. Now, obviously you don't need to put glue on the whole thing. So what you might want to do, if you eyeball it and look, there's a bit of glue on the middle tie and a tiny bit on the 2 ties to the side. So what I'd be tempted to do is put a bit of glue there like that, yeah? And then a little dab there and a little dab there like that, yeah? Okay, and then pop that on like that. And then we've not used more glue than we need, and we've not got all stuck up, you know, with the glue on the back and putting it down on the card. And that is today's card. Done, done, done. So I'm looking forward to seeing lots of variations with the papers. Now, I did see more cards. People were going crazy last week making the cards, which was using up your old papers, because obviously you might not want to use the ones I've sent you, because if you heat emboss it, yeah, it should be fine, Maria. I thought you meant with an embossing folder. Yeah, it should be fine. Or you can just cut around it, it's up to you. As long as you've fully embossed it. Obviously, if you've only put the powder on, don't put it through. But if you've embossed it and it's gone all shiny and it's set. How did I do? Oh, Kath, yeah. So, Kath, this one I did as for people who might have a heat tool at home. You know, we used to use this at my studio, this heat tool. So what we did was stamped it with the Versamark pad, you know, that sticky pad, poured some white embossed powder on, tipped it off back in the little pot, and then it is on the updates, Wendy. It's on a separate update. It's not on the weekly updates, Wendy. On the Stampin' Up website, it's on an update of its own, just underneath. But it is there. And then heat embossed it with the heat tool, Kath. But obviously I just did that to show an extra version. But today I just wanted to do a version that I knew everybody would be able to do. So that's how I did that, Kath. Oh, brilliant, Paula. So I'll show you next week's card. You see, I don't like to show all the cards too many in advance because I sometimes like you to have a surprise. But next week's exciting. Now, if you've not signed up for this class, but you want to join in, I always do encourage it. You know, obviously, I'd love you to take part. The card that I've used is it's Misty Moonlight, but it would work on navy. But it's Misty Moonlight is that colour. It's the same card colour as the card base. But you could experiment. You could do it on the grey. You could do it on, see what it looked like on the pale one. It'd be really interesting. In fact, I might do that this afternoon on my Facebook Live. I might experiment with that. So next week, if you're not signed up, but you want to have a go, I'm going to teach you how to make these little shirts with some paper. So yeah, I'm going to teach you how to make those. Once I've remembered myself, I think I'll be fine. So in next week's pack, you know, we're using this paper behind. That's like a tweedy pattern, and then we're going to use this spotty shirt here. And you should have 5. I mean, I had to die cut those little buttons, and you should have 5 little buttons in your kit. So be really careful. And hey, here goes that punch again. Now, I will admit, next week you might not want to use that. I was just playing around with the sentiments. So what I've done is I used the You're the Best. And do you remember last week I told you I've cut the handsome off? So I was just playing about with that. So you can use the happy birthday to you. So that's next week's card. And then the week after we're using lots of squats. For card 4, but remember next week I'm going to be on twice, so I'll be doing this card at 10:30 and then I'll do the floral one at 11. So let's move. Not made too much mess on my desk today actually. So there we go, there's a couple of cards to show you today. Yeah, there's a few ideas. Please share them on your Facebook page or on. I love doing the mail cards, you see, Ali. I love doing them. And please post them in the Facebook group. I would love to see them. And I will be back on Facebook at 1:30 today. Facebook Live on my business page, on the Paper Haven page. And I think I'm going to use this set again, giving you some more ideas for it. And I will see you then. Hopefully you can join me then. Thank you for spending a lovely half an hour with me this morning. Enjoy. If it's sunny where you are, enjoy it. If it's not, then I'm sorry. Hope you get some sunshine soon. So yeah, I did case this card actually from a lady and I can't remember her name. I did get the idea for this one from someone. So yeah, no problem, Fiona. Oh, I've placed your Body Shop order, Fiona, by the way. So yeah, thank you for that. No problem, Lorraine. I'll post your coffee and card kit today, Ali, and I will see you hopefully on Facebook this afternoon. If not, we're back on YouTube on Thursday night, Craig and myself. He said to me yesterday though that we might have to pre-record it because he might have to log on for work for his job that he's got at the minute. So, but it should be okay to do it live. We'll just see. So I think we'll be all right. Lovely to have you join in live, Lisa, and I'll see you on Friday to collect your kit too. And also, if anybody's wanting to place an order on my Stampin' Up store, we have free shipping. I just found out this morning. We have free shipping that starts at 11 p.m. this evening until 11 p.m. on Wednesday evening. So it's a special 24-hour free shipping. So if you want to treat yourself, then that would be the day to do it. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye.